There will be no use of force. They will just sit there. Source stated Independence Day film was close, but their ships are not that big, and again, no force will occur. Our source cannot reveal his source for the 2017 date. His source is a very high government military intelligence structure. Number 10, source stated that source stated that it is our choice how we embrace this contact. Number 11, the ETs who will arrive on 2017 are referred to as controllers. They are a Galactic Federation type group. However, Galactic Federation is not the real name of their group. It is a hypothetical name used as a reference. Number 12, the controllers have a keen sense of freedom and free will. They will not intervene and help humanity if humanity does not show them we want their help. If some anthropic event happens, in brackets nuclear war, the controllers will not make contact. This is something they will not tolerate, our source stated. Number 13, the controllers will not give us technology to expand our ability to feed ourselves if we do not recognize the necessity to stabilize our population growth. They don't want our planet's population to double because of a technological innovation seeded by them. Our source used India as an example. India has over 1 billion people. It is clearly a country out of balance in terms of its population size. And finally, number 14, a contentious moment in the meeting had to do with the religious implications of contact. It is this issue which is the most concern. Our source stated that more secular societies will adjust more easily to contact than fundamentalists. He stated the Roman Catholic countries will not have a rough time except the population problem. The Roman Catholics already have 3 gods in one, so accepting others is not that much of a stretch. The dividing point is going to be the containment of population. The Protestant countries will deal fairly easily with contact. So will the countries with indigenous religions connected to nature. The Muslim, Hindu, and fundamentalist Christian religions will have the most difficult time, possibly the elimination of said religions. We can expect mass suicide, social unrest, and upheaval. The ETs will help with reprogramming and the concept of an inclusive galactic order. However, society will have to step up to the plate to assist one-on-one. Those people who will have shattered belief systems, the Chinese, will have no problem because of the Buddhist and Taoist influences. And this was signed by Clay and Sean Pickering. Now, these two gentlemen who were given the initial information, are you dealing with the same source, or was their source Gilles Laurent?
No, I'm dealing with the same source. I was introduced by Sean and Clay to the contact.
There's one part...
May I interject for a moment?
In a second. There's one part that really worries me in this entire thing, and that is number 14, where it says... we can expect here where it says the Hindu and the fundamentalist Christian religions and will have the most difficult time, possibly even the elimination of said religions. We can expect mass suicides, social unrest, and upheaval.
Yes.
That
it should worry you, and that's what worries them. And there is a precedent for this, because if you just recall, about 11 years ago, there was a mass suicide in San Diego where these people were following this fellow Applewhite who misguided them. And
Heaven's Gate, yeah.
Okay, so this is a real concern. Let me take you back to 1938 and the war, 39, War of the Worlds. Right? This is the paradigm by which the government has been going, that the fear of the human being, of the strange, of the foreign, of the unknown, is an atavistic psychological element of the psyche. And so this is where what I'm involved in, is this psychological aspect of diffusing the fear and creating a space in people's minds to be able to be open to it and understand it in a non-threatening way.
And how are you going to do that?
Oh, by speaking on the Rob McConnell Show, and writing articles on UFO Digest, and appearing on other radio shows, and showing that I'm not afraid of this paradigm shift.
But with it's nice to say you have this information,
Okay, you asked me why.
Where's the beef?
For this, let me interject.
Where's the beef?
I am a member of the U.S. Naval Institute,
Mm-hmm.
and I am a member of the Federation of American Scientists,
Mm-hmm.
which is a think tank that
Yeah.
is associated with the United States Navy.
All right.
This is a you asked me if people in government know about this. Yes.
Right.
This is a U.S. Navy initiative. The United States Navy has had the lead in this field of UFOs for over 100 years. I can tell you that the first encounter of the U.S. military with a UFO occurred at the Portsmouth Naval Yard, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, in 1896. That's how far back the United States Navy goes with this.
Mm-hmm.
And the other associated phenomena that is called USO, Unidentified Submarine Object. So this is not a new thing, Rob. And I think you're putting blinders on yourself, along with other people who have been constrained by a mind control program that was based on a report in 1952 called the Robertson Commission Report. At that time, they were worried that the reports, which were coming in from all over the country and all over the world, were locking up the communication system of the Pentagon. And it was feared that if these reports continued to come in, the United States might be caught in a bind were we to have occasion to defend ourselves against the Russians. We didn't know what this thing was in the 1950s. We didn't know how long it's been around.
Do we know now?
Yes. You read your Bible? That's how long it's been around. That's how long it's been around. Are you a Christian? You believe in God?
I believe that we're all connected.
You believe in God?
A single deity? No.
A multiple deity then?
No.
Then you don't believe in God, right?
I don't believe that. I believe that God is in each and every one of us. Plus, we're talking about UFOs, not God. So, Robert, get back to the subject.
No, don't tell me to get real. I'm telling you that these are the major concerns of intelligent people.
You don't want to listen to me? You don't want to answer my questions? You're not on my show. It's that simple. Why is it when you get these people who have their own little way of thinking, they don't want to give you a direct answer? For the last 45 minutes, I've been trying to get this guy to give me a direct answer, and all I've gotten is the runaround. I'm not like other talk show hosts who are going to just sit there and believe everything you shove under my nose. I want proof. I want answers. And if you can't give me answers, and if you want to start talking, goodbye. I don't need this. My listeners don't need this. And it's with this kind of mentality that rational people do not buy the UFO crap that these people are trying to force feed us. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. You know, it's God. There's a lot of crap out there. You all talk this line. You all talk secrecy. You all talk about the ability to use your credentials in order to get this information. But you can never come out and say who the source is. Never. What are you hiding? Why don't you tell the people the truth? Why do you have to hide behind the sources? The source is confidential. You saw his credentials. They look good to you. You're a member of the scientific community. We're not sheep. You know what? We're not going to buy everything that you tell us. We're not going to buy everything that other people tell us. We want answers. And if you can't give me simple answers to straight questions, go to other radio shows. You don't want to give answers. You can't answer the questions. You don't want to tell us what the truth is behind these allegations. There's a little group out there who's really interested, and man, they'll cling on every word. Klingon. Maybe that's where the Star Trek thing came from. You know, they like to cling on to every word. We don't. Michael Salla was on the show Monday. Ask him a question, you get an answer. We had a great time. When you go through the correspondences that these two people, Clay and Sean Pickering, sent Michael Salla, which Michael Salla was kind enough to forward to me, it brings up a lot of questions. There's a lot of holes in here. There's more holes in this entire UN UFO crock of crap than there is in Billy Meyer's cheese in his refrigerator in Switzerland. If you want people to really believe what you're trying to say, show the proof. I would believe and have more faith in something that comes from CNN, CBC, CTV, CanWest Global, Reuters, Associated Press, than the backstreet publications of these little cults called ufologists. Grow up, people. Look in the sky, see UFOs. And then, of course, if you get kind of put into a corner, you bring God into the picture. This is scary. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break as the X-Zone continues on the Talkstar Radio Network, X-Zone TV, and on shortwave from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. There's a lot of credible UFO people out there who really believe, and their one thing is to get to the truth, not to suppress it, not to keep people behind doors. This sounds like another chapter out of the X-Files. And isn't it funny that Don Ledger, as he said, put one and one together and got that the UFO was very close to George Bush's ranch? Well, wasn't one of the people who saw this UFO an expert pilot? And if it was that close, wouldn't this expert pilot who saw the UFO come up with this conclusion? I'll be back after this break as the X-Zone continues live and around the world on the Talkstar Radio Network from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Say, do you or a member of your family suffer from acne? Do you take prescription drugs and get little or no relief? Is your skin always dry and itching and peeling due to the side effects of chemicals and drugs? Do you have trouble looking in the mirror and being happy with what you see? Do you avoid going out in the world due to your acne? Are you spending ridiculous amounts of money with little or no results? Well, you may find relief. Relief is available to most sufferers online at healthstarproducts.com. It's guaranteed, or you get your money back, and you've got 90 days to decide. Look it up for yourself online at Healthstar Products, Health, healthstarproducts.com. Go to www.healthstarproducts.com and find out about the acne program. Find out if it works for you or a member of your family. If it doesn't, you'll get your money back.
Whether it's the arrival of Planet X in 2012, the Earth's crazy weather cycles, our deadly global warming, Armageddon, UFOs, ETs, terrorism, the critical mass 2008 presidential elections, Dr. Jason Rand talks the talk and walks the walk. Being a twice-nominated Grammy record producer, recording artist, publisher, lecturer, UFO ET researcher and investigator, and best-selling author of The Return of Planet X, Mankind's Ongoing Legacy with a Brown Dwarf Star, Dr. Jason Rand truly does walk the walk and talk the talk. For more information on Dr. Jason Rand or to order The Return of Planet X, visit his website at www.returnofplanet-x.com or call 901-336-9660. And where will you be in the year 2012? With each new extreme weather event or terrorist act, it becomes increasingly obvious that we live in uncertain and challenging times. We all buy car insurance. Why not collapse and catastrophe insurance? Matthew Stein, an MIT-trained engineer and green builder, has written 2 outstanding books to help people prepare, plan for, and deal with everything from minor situations lasting a few days to full-on collapse. Matt's first book, When Technology Fails, is a manual for self-reliance, sustainable living, and surviving the long emergency. This massive book covers the gamut from first aid and emergency preparedness to alternative healing, renewable energy, primitive living skills, and 18th century technologies that could be critical to your comfort and survival in a long-lasting crisis. Matt's second book, When Disaster Strikes, is a comprehensive emergency preparedness handbook and survival guide.